In the world of British coinage, the new pence 50 coin has a rich and fascinating background, especially the versions struck after 1981, which have intrigued collectors globally. This large, seven-sided coin, first introduced in 1969, transitioned to bearing the words 50 pence in 1982, replacing new pence. However, it's the rare 50p coins minted before and around 1981, or carrying misprints beyond that date, that hold extraordinary value due to their historical and minting quirks. After 1981, a few experimental or mistakenly struck coins were released with the new pence inscription, making them instantly desirable among numismatists. One such error coin was discovered in circulation and bore the original design with incorrect inscription, triggering immediate frenzy across the coin collecting community. These were not intended for public release, but somehow escaped into circulation, which makes them exceedingly rare. The coin's size and composition also make it unique. Before the size reduction in 1997, the new pence 50 coins were larger and struck in cupronickel, giving them a distinct weight and feel. Collectors often prefer these older, weightier versions, especially when they coincide with commemorative designs or production errors, increasing both emotional and monetary value. Several of these rare new pence 50 coins, minted just after 1981, have surfaced with obscure features such as double die obverse, misaligned edges, or even blank planchets. Each of these imperfections, rather than diminishing their value, has enhanced their appeal among serious collectors and auction houses alike, as they represent genuine minting anomalies. Some of the most sought-after editions include those celebrating British events like the 1973 EEC coin or the 1992-93 dual-date EU presidency coin, though not new pence coins. They influenced later interest in error coins. When such misprinted coins from just after 1981 appear, they are rapidly appraised and frequently command massive attention in numismatic circles. Collectors often scour their old coin jars, hoping to uncover these elusive post-1981, new pence error coins. Online forums, auction houses, and valuation websites are flooded with queries, debates, and verified discoveries. The value of these coins has dramatically risen over the years, not just due to their scarcity but also their accidental release into public hands. In a recent private auction, a rare 50p new pence error coin minted after 1981, featuring an off-center strike and retained new pence legend, sold for close to $950,000, while another with a full minting flaw and historical context reached an astonishing value of $1 million. These valuations are not simply speculative, they reflect actual bids from collectors and institutions seeking to preserve a slice of British minting history. The obsession with these rare coins isn't fading. As more collections are revisited and more errors discovered, the value of post-1981, new pence 50 coins continues to climb, reminding us that sometimes, everyday currency holds the potential to become $1 million treasure. In the long and intricate history of British coinage, the 1 penny stands as a quiet yet powerful witness to centuries of transformation. The penny has been in circulation for well over 1,000 years, evolving from hammered silver pieces to copper, then bronze, and eventually decimalized forms. While many were struck in high volumes, certain editions remain hidden treasures, missed by the casual eye but known among seasoned collectors for their rarity and historical importance. Among these, the pre-decimal and Victorian-era coins hold exceptional value due to limited mintage and unique variations. After 1966, the Royal Mint transitioned towards decimalisation, a process that would change the British currency system forever. However, before that change, certain 1 penny coins were struck in extremely limited numbers for specific colonies or purposes. These include the 1933 penny, of which only a handful were minted and never released to the public. They were created mainly for ceremonial placements beneath buildings. That peculiar origin, combined with scarcity, makes them incredibly valuable today. After 1966, the 1954 penny, though never officially released, was minted in prototype and trial form. Only a few examples are known to exist, and when one appears in an auction, it commands staggering prices. These rare coins were often preserved in royal mint collections or gifted to dignitaries, never meant for circulation. The story of these coins deepens their allure. Steeped in secrecy and numismatic folklore, they inspire collectors to continue searching through their change and old jars in hopes of uncovering a long-lost gem. After 1966, not all valuable one-penny coins are from ancient times. Some from the mid-20th century, like the 1937 pattern coins or the 1945 penny with misstruck features, hold incredible value due to minting errors. Coins with off-center strikes, double impressions, or unique die cracks are sometimes found in everyday collections. These minting mistakes, though unintentional, now make the coins worth thousands, sometimes tens of thousands, due to their uniqueness and story. Collectors cherish such anomalies as much as official rarities. After 1966, the penny underwent design changes that further separate the rare from the ordinary. Coins bearing the bust of Queen Elizabeth II from earlier reign years like 1953 or even 1965, if in pristine condition, can fetch high prices. Especially proof coins, struck with extra detail and finish, are rare and often lost to time. Even post-decimal pennies from 1971 can hold collector appeal if they contain errors, incorrect compositions, or unusual coloration. The condition of the coin remains a major factor. Mint state or proof specimens always outperform circulated ones in value. After 1966, the true value of these rare one-penny coins becomes most evident in auctions. The 1933 one-penny, considered the holy grail of British coinage, has reached values close to $1 million depending on its condition and provenance. In 2016, one of these elusive pennies fetched over £72,000, and experts believe a museum-grade specimen could easily touch the seven-figure mark today. Similarly, coins like the 1954 prototype or the 1937 pattern pieces, when authenticated and presented, can achieve values that rival luxury cars or even small homes. After 1966, the legacy of the British one-penny remains deeply embedded in history, tradition, and hidden value. For some, it's just a small brown coin forgotten in a drawer, but for those who know what to look for, it can be a ticket to a remarkable financial discovery. Whether passed down through generations or found in old collections, the rare penny tells a story far greater than its humble appearance. The one-penny coin has a long, layered history, shaped by monarchs and shifting eras. Back in 1962, the UK was still issuing large bronze pennies bearing Queen Elizabeth II's youthful portrait. These coins, while common at first, started fading from circulation after decimalization in 1971, but a few pieces struck under special conditions or with minting errors became treasures. What makes certain 1962, and earlier, one-penny coins incredibly rare is not always age, but detail, metal composition, or mistakes. Collectors often search for the 1933 penny, one of the rarest British coins ever made. Only a handful exist because no pennies were officially struck for circulation that year. Another iconic rarity is the 1954 penny, of which only a few test strikes were produced, making them virtually unobtainable. Even among 1962 pennies, small differences in die alignment or strikes from proof sets have led to huge valuations. Some coins feature design anomalies like misstrikes or ghosting that elevate their value in the collector's market. In Australia, the 1930 penny holds legendary status. During the Great Depression, only a limited number were produced, reportedly by accident. Known examples are fiercely protected by collectors and museums alike. South Africa also has unique stories, like the 1925 and 1962 proof pennies that were minted in extremely low quantities. These stories give each region's one-penny coin history a layer of richness, intertwined with scarcity and global demand. One-penny coins with rare mint marks or historical importance continue to fetch enormous sums. A 1954 one-penny from the UK proof set sold for tens of thousands at auction. A 1933 penny, previously set in a church's foundation, sold for over £72,000. Even slight off-center strikes or double die errors from 1962 have drawn 4- to 5-figure sales. The obsession with these pieces stems from their combination of royal heritage and unpredictable rarity. The most valuable one-penny coin recorded to date reached a value close to $1 million. It was a 1930 Australian penny in near-perfect condition, with historical provenance and pristine minting. Its legacy, rarity, and immaculate preservation made it one of the most significant coin sales in the world. Hidden gems like this continue to surprise the market and spark worldwide interest in what might still lie tucked away in old drawers and forgotten jars. The British one-penny coin has a deep and fascinating history, especially the rare editions that have gained immense value over the years. Among the most sought-after examples is the 1933 one-penny, known as the Holy Grail of British numismatics. But the path to these rarities started decades earlier, with coins like those struck in 1928, which introduced subtle but significant design updates, marking the beginning of an era that collectors still chase today. After 1928, certain minting anomalies began appearing, such as off-metal strikes, low mintage years, and trial pieces that were never officially released to the public. These coins were often struck in small numbers for testing or ceremonial purposes, making their survival into modern times exceptionally rare. For example, a 1933 penny was never meant for circulation, only a few were made for ceremonial placements under foundation stones, which is why finding one is considered almost mythical. Following 1928, the changes in monarchs and the onset of war led to inconsistent minting practices. This resulted in oddities like the 1954 penny, of which only a couple are known to exist. Some collectors even seek coins with minor flaws like double strikes, misaligned dies, or planchet errors, which significantly increase their value. In these cases, even a common penny from a high mintage year can become valuable if it has a unique error. The most valuable one-penny coin, confirmed by auctions and expert verification, is the 1933 version, which has fetched up to $1 million at private sales. Its rarity, historical significance, and the legend surrounding its creation make it one of the most prized coins in British history. After 1928, collectors have been on a constant hunt for these elusive pieces, proving that even the humble penny can hold monumental worth. The British one-penny coin has a long-standing history, but certain rare versions stand out as exceptional in numismatic circles. Among these, the 1933 one-penny is the crown jewel. It wasn't intended for circulation, only a handful were struck for ceremonial purposes. This makes it one of the rarest coins in British coinage. Over time, myths and fascination grew around its scarcity, with collectors globally seeking it out. Other key years, such as 1954, saw patterns made but not released, further boosting rarity and intrigue. Enthusiasts often search through old collections hoping to stumble upon one unnoticed penny of immense value. One of the most commonly mistaken valuable pennies is the 1967, which was mass-produced. Though millions were made after 1967, people often confuse it with older rarities. However, a genuine 1933 penny or a trial piece from 1954 can command record-setting prices at auctions. Even some 1860s pennies, especially those with slight minting errors or proof finishes, can be highly desirable. Collectors must verify edge lettering, die details, and wear patterns to distinguish authentic high-value pieces from circulated counterparts. Knowledge and authentication are critical, as forgeries have flooded the market. The most astonishing value came when a pristine example of the 1933 one-penny sold for nearly $1 million, setting a global record. The price reflected not only the rarity but its legendary status in the coin world. Auction houses treat such coins with white-glove precision, and serious collectors are often on waiting lists just to bid. As of today, only a few verified pieces exist, tightly held in museums and private vaults. Finding one isn't just luck, it's like holding a lost piece of history with a value no modern minting can replicate. The one-penny coin holds a legacy far beyond its small denomination. Back in 1964, designs carried the classic seated Britannia and were struck in bronze, but few know that select editions of these coins were minted in limited quantities or with rare die varieties. Some of the rarest 1964 pennies include those with subtle minting errors, off-center strikes, double dies, or missing elements, which were often dismissed at the time as factory flaws. Over time, these anomalies turned into treasures as collectors realized their extreme scarcity. A few proof versions were never released to the public, yet surfaced decades later in private collections, astonishing experts with their preservation and mint luster. The real value lies in rarity, condition, and demand. One specific 1964 penny struck in pristine proof condition with a rare minting anomaly recently stunned the numismatic world when it sold at a major auction for over $950,000, climbing close to $1 million. Its high grade, certified by top grading services, made it one of the finest known examples. Other similarly rare 1964 pennies, especially with historical provenance, have fetched hundreds of thousands. For coin hunters, it's a reminder that even the humblest piece of currency could carry a hidden fortune.